All right, welcome back. Next phase of our GarageBand Remix project. Today we're going to look at the arrangement bar, or the arrangement track, and then also we're going to look at some cool ways that you can copy a bunch of information to another place. So let's start with getting after that arrangement track. So under the track menu, up on your menu bar, you're going to show arrangement track. Now you'll also notice here, you want to memorize the keystroke, Shift Command A for arrangement. So that just added another track right up here at top. It says arrangement. And I'm going to create 5 section markers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it kind of defaults. But if you read the instructions, we want to have intro and then verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to change it, click here and rename verse 1. Notice I just hit the right arrow to get over to the right of the verse and then typed 1 and hit return. Same thing here. Use the right arrow, hit a space and hit, whoops, sorry, that's chorus. Verse 2. Verse 3. And verse 4. All done. All right. So the next step, it wants us to copy all this information that's in verse 3 into verse 1 and verse 2. We want to leave it here, so we don't want to just drag it like we've done before. Remember, we clicked and dragged. So I could do that, but now it's not here. Command Z. Here's a better way to do it. And also here's another way to click and select a whole bunch of stuff. Rather than shift click and a whole bunch of steps, I'm going to click right next to this here, and I'm just going to hold and drag, and see how it made that little box. And now I've just selected all of those parts at once. Again, I'll show you how to do that. Click here and hold, drag. Notice I don't want to go over there. I don't want those parts. I just want this. Now, here's the tricky part. Option key. Between the command and the control, hold down the Option key and hold it down. Click and hold on that section that we just selected, and I'm going to drag it over here to verse 1, and boom, look at that. It's in verse 1, but it's still in verse 3. Now, verse 1, 2, and 3 are all going to be relatively the same, so I'm going to do the same thing. This is still selected. So, Option, hold, click and hold, copy over there. So now I have verse 1, 2, and 3, and I just realized, duh, that's supposed to be verse 4, right? Let's try that again. Rename verse 4. There we go. Now I have it right. Intro, verse 1, 2, 3, and 4, all relatively the same. Verse 4 has a few different bits in it that we'll get into, but verse 1, 2, and 3 are all pretty much the same. And again, as I often say, now would be a good time to Command Save. That's it for this time. See you next time.